Could a brand new $600 check really be coming to millions of Americans? This isn't a rumor. It's tied to a new proposal that could impact seniors, veterans, families with children, and anyone living on a fixed income. Senator Josh Hawley has just introduced a bill to send tariff rebate checks to American citizens, and President Trump has signaled he's open to the idea. If this becomes law, you, your spouse, and even your children could receive at least $600 per person. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Social Security Post. I'll break down who qualifies, how much you could get, how the plan works, and the roadblocks it faces in Congress. And stick around until the end, because I'll share the biggest question. Could these checks actually arrive in your mailbox this year? Senator Josh Hawley has officially introduced legislation to send tariff rebate checks to American citizens. This plan is designed to feel very similar to the pandemic stimulus checks, but with one major difference: it would be funded by tariff revenue, not additional federal borrowing. Tariffs are the extra fees the U.S. charges on imports, and the idea is to take a slice of that revenue and put it directly back into your hands. President Trump was recently asked if he would consider rebate checks funded by tariffs, and he responded that it was a good question and something they are seriously looking into. Hawley's bill follows that conversation and aims to give every citizen at least $600, recognizing that Americans have been paying more for goods due to tariffs. This proposal is being marketed as a reward and relief plan. If you've been contributing to the economy despite rising costs, the government wants to share some of that revenue back with you. The plan is surprisingly broad. Every U.S. citizen could receive a check if this bill becomes law. That includes adults, seniors living on Social Security, veterans, and even children as dependent recipients. In practical terms, a family of 4 could see $2,400 in total, which is a meaningful boost for anyone living paycheck to paycheck or on a fixed income. What makes this proposal even more appealing is its simplicity. Unlike other programs that require applications or proof of hardship, eligibility would primarily depend on citizenship and income level. That means the average retiree, SSDI or SSI recipient, and working family could all see a direct payment if they fall under the income limits. This universality is designed to make the checks politically popular and easy to distribute quickly once approved. Unlike past stimulus programs that added billions to the national debt, this plan would rely on tariff revenue collected from imports. Every time a product enters the U.S. from another country, certain goods carry extra costs known as tariffs. These tariffs have recently generated tens of billions of dollars, with reports showing $27 billion in just June alone. Senator Hawley's proposal would redirect part of this money to American households. It's essentially a cashback program for citizens who are already feeling the impact of higher prices caused by those same tariffs. Supporters argue that if Americans are paying more for food, electronics, and other imported items, it's only fair that they receive some of that money back to help offset those costs and stimulate the economy. One of the most exciting elements of this proposal is that $600 is just the starting point. If tariff revenue exceeds expectations, the rebate checks could be even higher per person. The bill is structured so that as revenue grows, the per-person payout could increase proportionally, giving households a bigger cushion against inflation. For example, a household of 3 could receive $1,800, and after accounting for the average $1,300 in annual tariff-related costs, they could still come out ahead by $500 for the year. This approach ties the rebate directly to the performance of the U.S. economy and international trade, which makes the payments more sustainable than traditional stimulus spending. Like previous stimulus programs, this proposal includes income thresholds to focus the benefit on low- and middle-income households. Individuals earning up to $75,000, heads of household earning up to $112,500, and joint filers earning up to $150,000 would receive the full $600 check per person. Beyond those thresholds, the payment gradually phases out by 5%, reducing or eliminating the benefit for high earners. This structure is meant to ensure that working-class families, retirees, veterans, and people on Social Security or SSDI get the help they need without sending large sums to wealthier households. It's a balancing act, providing relief where it's most impactful while keeping the total cost to the government manageable. Even though the idea of $600 checks is appealing, politics could stand in the way. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson has previously expressed skepticism about direct payments to Americans, referencing other rebate-style proposals that failed to gain traction. Any new stimulus-like plan will face intense debate in Congress, particularly around debt, spending, and timing during an election cycle. Additionally, Democrats and some Republicans may question whether the money should go to citizens or be used to reduce the national debt. This political tug-of-war means that while the plan has momentum, it's far from guaranteed. Viewers should pay attention to congressional hearings and statements in the coming months to see if this proposal can gather enough bipartisan support. This proposal sparks a larger conversation about tariffs and the economy. Supporters argue that giving money directly to Americans will stimulate spending, help offset rising prices, and create a short-term boost for families and small businesses. It could be especially impactful for retirees, low-income households, and disabled Americans who are already squeezed by inflation. Opponents, however, warn that tariffs are already a hidden tax on consumers. If the government gives part of that revenue back, it may not fully cover the long-term price increases caused by tariffs. In other words, while a $600 check feels like a win, Americans could still pay more at the store. This debate will likely shape whether the bill moves forward or stalls in Congress. Even with the bill introduced, timing is everything. For checks to go out, the bill must pass the Senate, pass the House, and receive Trump's signature. Only then could the Treasury Department process and issue payments. Optimistically, some checks could arrive later this year, but a more realistic timeline is late 2025 or 2026, depending on tariff revenue and political negotiations. It's also worth noting that midterm election cycles and partisan debates could slow the process. While the proposal is exciting, Americans should manage their expectations and view this as a developing opportunity, not guaranteed money. That's why staying informed is crucial, and I'll continue tracking every step of this proposal for you. So there you have it, the full breakdown of the proposed $600 tariff rebate checks. This could provide meaningful relief for millions of Americans, but it faces political hurdles and timing challenges before it becomes reality. I want to hear from you. Would $600 per person make a difference for your family? Or should the government prioritize paying down the debt first? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Social Security Post for all the latest updates on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and any new stimulus proposals. Your engagement ensures you never miss critical information that could impact your benefits.